Hi folks, welcome to my irregulars and those of you who are stepping through the door for the first time. There's a lot of drinks that we actually make here, ones that we just go, we either start the night, we go through the middle of the night, but what about drinks that are sort of closer to the end of the night? Actually more specifically after a meal. What are those dessert drinks? And things that you can even probably enjoy around about the festive season as well. Looking for something with a little bit of alcohol, maybe something with a little bit of sweetener, a bit of chocolatey kind of flavour, and of course we've got some cream here as well. And then just to kick it up a little bit with the spiciness for the type of season. You can have this any time of year, but it's probably good around about this type of season. This video is getting made. We've got some nutmeg here. Anyway, put all that together, and on this episode of Hit the Mahogany, we are going to be making the Brandy Alexander. Alright, Brandy Alexander. It started off as an Alexander, which was actually gin, Creme de Cacao, which is your chocolate flavour, one of the ones here, and your brandy. No, gin, Creme de Cacao, and cream as well. We need to try that one actually, it's going to be interesting. You got the cream mixing with something sweet with then herbaceousness of gin. But anyway, it got swapped out. Anyway, it was Henry Elsing's book in 1916. I can't remember all of this one. Recipes for Mixed Drinks was actually the first time that it was noted in print. And potentially it was invented at the Hotel Rector in New York by a bartender there by Troy Alexandar as part of a recognition of an ad campaign for a character, an ad campaign that included the character Phoebe White in it. And Phoebe White was there to promote a railway that used anthracite for powering their locomotives versus coal, so it was actually meant to be cleaner. And the railway was, and there was no way I was remembering this one by the way, it was the Delaware, Lackawanna and Westerd Railroad. Anyway, that's it. So a little bit of history there. And some people say it might be from a Russian Czar, Alexander II, or something like that. But you know what? Who cares? We'll go through, we'll make it, see what it's like. Alright. Okay, so brandy. Spirits that we have here. So you can go for brandy, and you can go for cognac. And some of my earlier videos I've covered. This is brandy, but it's made in the Cognac region. Many brandies, many cognacs out there. Just pick the one that you want yourself. What have you got in the cupboard? Various ones, even like Remy Martin, are a little bit softer. So you'll get different flavour profiles as well. Remember, you've got you've got cream probably going to play in a lot of the mouthfeel. So how much of a difference are you going to notice? But anyway, you will one way or another. You've got Creme de Cacao, you've got white, and then you've got dark. Any idea why they're calling that? Okay, one's white, one's dark. You can use either in this. I'm going to use the dark one. It goes well with the colour of the cream just to give it a little bit more of that browniness to it. Okay, and then we've got some cream here as well. What type of cream? You could use anything. Single, heavy, whipping, whatever. But I've got some whipping cream here. You can look it up. They're all cream. All it is just different levels of fat content in them. Okay. Okay, let's get knocking this up. Now the original recipe actually has equal parts brandy, creme de cacao and cream. But that's kind of a little bit, how would I say, maybe a little bit too cloying. So what I'm going to do is we're going to balance this out. And you'll see quite a few people do this as well. We're going to go a little bit heavier on the brandy / cognac side of it. To offset a little bit more of the sweetness of the creme de cacao and the richness of the cream. Okay. All right, let's go for. You know what? I'm going to use the cognac on this one. Okay. I know I've got plenty of brandy here. Most of this bottle is actually going to end up in probably in a Christmas cake and a Christmas pudding actually. All right, now I'm making 2 drinks because it's. More fun to drink with somebody else, or if you are drinking by yourself, then you get 2 drinks, so it's going to be more fun as well. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to do 2 ounces of brandy for each one of these. Yes, I'm going heavy with it, but this is the majority of the alcohol that's in it. That's it. So I think we shall survive that. I'm going to use the darker Creme de Cacao and that's odd. It smells like chocolate. Imagine why. So we're going to do 1 ounce for each of the cocktails for each drink. So that's actually just going to be 2 ounces in total. There we go. Like that. And 1 ounce each of cream. So I've actually pre-measured out 2 ounces here into my Incy Wincy ramekin. I wonder if the dude would have drunk something like this as well. I mean, he liked a White Russian. Maybe he would like a Brandy Alexander as well. Maybe somebody should ask him. Alright, ice. That's it. Everything's in there and you're just going to get some ice. Spooky. A couple more in. And let's shake this puppy up. Oh, good grief. That's smelling good already, actually. Okay, here we go. Alright. Shaken. Oh, I'm stirring as well. I'm still stirred up as well. Alright, we are going to double strain this into whichever glasses you have. I've got a couple of very snazzy Nick and Nora. Right, you know, it's a bit of a dessert cocktail. Do you want a little bit of pizzazz at the end of your meal? So I've got these little glasses here. Plenty of different types of Nick and Nora glasses. You know, rounder ones like that. Bit of dust on it. Still tastes the same in it. So you have various options for this. And you know what, if you want to do, you could use a coupe as well. So you could use a... Where are all my coupes gone? Oh, they're upstairs. So you could use a coupe as well. Alright. Double straining in here. Do you know what the colour of this reminds me of? Anybody have an idea? Actually reminds me of Bailey's. Okay. Well, nobody would be disappointed with that serving like that, would they? Okay, let's get that over to the side. We'll still save that. Nutmeg! Oh my goodness. Okay, 1 second. Got my nutmeg. Okay, grated on top. Oh, you want a good amount as well. Remember as well, you want something to cut through that richness. Nutmeg, and you know you got clove, you've got cinnamon, you got mace, you got allspice, you got a lot of different spices for winter. You know, the season that we're in just now as well. And nutmeg is a core one to that. There we go. We now have our lovely Brandy Alexanders made with a kicked up cognac. You know what? I've never actually had one of these before. So, I've had a White Russian, many other cream drinks and lots of Baileys, but I've never had one of these, so let's see what this is like. Holy mother. Alright. I'd probably step that back to maybe 1.5 ounces of the cognac. Just back a little bit. 2's just a fraction too much. As I said, I hadn't tasted one of these before, so you're getting my first impression of this straight away. I dial it back to 1.5. You know what? I mentioned Bailey's earlier on. It's very much like Bailey's, but clearly, you know, Bailey's is whiskey, coffee, cream. It's like a Christmas milkshake. That's what it's like. It's like a Christmas milkshake. Very, very drinkable. The heavier booze would slow you down. But the mouthfeel, because you got the dilution as well, sometimes cream and things can be just too much. The fat coats your tongue, You lose some of the flavours. But the mouthfeel for this is actually really nicely done because the dilution has done a great trick on it actually. This is really good. Fucking hell. Oh my goodness. Honestly, you could bottle that. Bailey's Brandy Alexander. You could get away with that one, definitely. All that you need is a little bit of nutmeg on the top. It's really nice. When you're drinking, when you actually drink it, you know, you kind of, there's a lot of the liquid you're taking underneath first of all. So you get a nice hit of the booze, the cream, the chocolate flavour. And then the nutmeg kind of comes in and it's going to sound a bit poncy, but it kind of cleanses your palate, you know, but it just adds a little bit of a different dimension to it. You know what? I could just keep blabbing here and just keep drinking this for the whole night. All right, everybody. There we go. Great one. Dessert. Sometime during the festive season. Anytime. This one will not disappoint yourself or any of your guests, okay? Anyway, everybody. Cheers and enjoy your Brandy Alexanders. Oh, it's great. Cheers.